Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Top Flight Pod. You know what it is. You know what we're here to do. Back in studio today. Beautiful Austin, Texas. I'm with the boys. We got B here to my left, Bali here to my right. We got Primo and Logan Verde Nation on the ones and twos behind the screen, controlling everything going on behind the camera. Gentlemen, a massive episode. We got a lot to talk about. Driussi, Brandon Vazquez, different things that are happening in the Austin FC universe. B, starting off with you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. It's been an eventful day today, a special day today. We did a lot of stuff today, but happy to be here as always.
Of course. Bali, how are you doing, mate?
I'm blessed. I'm very, very happy. Excited with the news that's coming in. Social media is going crazy. And I'm excited. I'm really excited by the moves that we're making, to be honest.
Of course. I want to introduce the gentleman behind the camera. Primo, how are you doing, mate? What's up, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. Just chilling, enjoying my weekend, and then holidays are over, man. Back to work.
Holidays are over, back to work, and
it was quick too.
It seems like for the Austin FC FO too. I mean, they're finally making moves.
They're working.
About time. Hey, about time.
And then of course we got my G Logan Verde Nation here in the studio. How are you doing, bruv?
Yes, sir. Doing good. Appreciate y'all for having me. Definitely, like y'all was saying, a lot of going on in the Austin FC community. So while we weren't having much, but a lot coming soon.
Definitely. And the main news that we're going to talk about here today is going to be the Brandon Vazquez transfer, that apparently the transfer fee might have jumped up, is what Tom Bogert is reporting, but also the Driussi situation in the past couple of hours. River Plate has really solidified them as a contender to be the new club for Sebastián Driussi, or not the new club, but his return to one of his old teams where he made his debut, a very special place for him. But I want us to get started off with the Brandon Vazquez situation, right? That's something that is probably more interesting to Austin FC fans right now. It's one of the breaking news topics. We have here that Tom Bogert this morning confirmed the $6 million transfer for Brandon Vazquez and reports that he will join the club as designated player. But in recent hours, correct me if I'm wrong, but he has stated that the transfer jumped up to how much, Bali?
To $10 million.
$10 million.
Record transfer fee.
Record transfer fee. Beating the Osman Bukari transfer, the Osman Bukari record, making him a DP for sure. And this is kind of like, especially what's happening with Driussi, one DP in, one DP out. But then Tom Bogert comes out with information saying that, hold on, Austin FC is looking to add a third DP in the winter. I mean, that's breaking news within itself. B, how did you take in all this news?
Man, so much is happening, bro. The Brandon Vazquez thing, I mean, it's done. It's done. He's here. He's going to be our record transfer fee. And to be honest, probably our biggest, highest profile signing in the history of the club. I know Driussi became, the player that he is in that season, but in the beginning, people weren't too familiar with him. With Brandon Vazquez, oh, snap, casuals, everybody, people, oh, snap. This is the hype, right? This is the type of signings that Rodo has been speaking about and telling us. Finally, there's something that I'm like, okay, look, he's backing up his word. Signings like this, rumors like this. So extremely happy, in my opinion. It's tough to kind of predict the future a little bit because the whole Driussi thing is uncertain. And I'm telling you right now, Vazquez with Driussi and Vazquez without Driussi, it's a different. I mean, we're two different things here. So a lot is on the line with Driussi's rumors and contracts. But on Brandon Vazquez, I mean, bro.
Now, before I shift over to Bali here, the information about Driussi has been brewing for some weeks now, maybe. The River Plate rumors have been heating up for a while. Like I said, the past couple of hours have been very crucial, very key for this move. We hear from Argentina that Gallardo is going all out for Driussi. We hear from Argentina as well that because of the transfer, was it Leo Fernandez, Bali? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. By that falling through, River has the funds to go for a player like Sebastián Driussi. And then, from Argentina, reports are coming out that apparently Driussi is willing to take a pay cut, which he most likely would have to if he wants to join River Plate, based on their financial situation. Is very much different to what Austin FC has to offer. And then, this Brandon Vazquez deal, the $10 million for him, a record transfer fee. Bali, how are you taking all this news?
Very, very excited. Very, very excited news. News that I wanted to hear, to be honest, because the last couple of weeks, it was dead. We were dry. But we always had hope, and our hope was that number 9, that guy that was going to change us completely, and we got him. Superman is on his way, and he's going to change us completely. I agree with B, because him and Sebastián Driussi together, I think we got something special going on. Oh, him without Sebas leaving, it will hurt us, but I'm still loving the fact that we finally got our number 9, or finally got our striker. So
After 4 years,
I'm
man.
loving it.
Asking 4 years.
Yeah, finally.
Now, I do want to ask you guys the elephant in the room, the $10 million price tag for Brandon Vazquez. MLS pundits are now coming out and quote tweeting Tom Bogert because it doesn't get more MLS official than Tom Bogert, right? That's
He's the
that's
face.
the cosign that
Yeah.
Tom Bogert gives. That's why this is so important.
He's the
because
MLS Fabricio.
Exactly, because previously we were getting stuff from Argentina, from reporters that were tied with River Plate, that pretty much were insiders for that club, right? Shout out to Sama. He had this great take on the Discord chat. He said, until Cesar Luis Merlo says something, and he hasn't mentioned Driussi in 2 years, it's nothing to me. Cesar Luis Merlo has now confirmed Brandon Vazquez to Austin and all that stuff like that. And I don't know if he's made a post about Driussi, but Sama with a good point there. We need it to be more official. I mean, with this Brandon Vazquez thing with Tom Bogert is as official for MLS as it gets. So I want to ask you guys, $10 million for Brandon Vazquez. Did we overpay? Did we overpay for Brandon Vazquez? Because folks,
Well, it's hard. You can't answer that because we don't know what he's gonna produce here. I mean,
can you agree with me that it's a lot of money?
look, bro?
It's a lot of money, Brian.
You pay a player for what he can do for you, not what he has done, bro. If Rodo has all this support and good track record, Dessler, Biru, we've yet to see Bukhari. I don't give him last season. He had a half a season. So to answer your question, it's hard to tell, but if he produces how we think he can, how the hype that he is, I don't think so. I think it was right on there. But I see what you're saying, man. 10 is a lot. It is a lot.
Bali, did Austin FC end up as suckers in this deal by overpaying for Brandon Vazquez?
No, look, I agree with you, H. It is a lot of money. $10 million is a lot of money.
People were complaining
It
for
is.
Bukhari $7 million.
It is, but you're also paying $10 million for a player that you know what he brings to the table in this league. You know that he played in Atlanta. He played well. He played in Cincy and he destroyed. Scored a lot of goals for them.
Yeah.
So you know his ability in the league. So you know that goals are coming from him 100%. Yes, he went to Mexico, struggled a bit. Now he's back home where he he's back in the U.S.
Can I add to that? Can I add to that? I'm wondering if the club is also looking at it from a marketing aspect.
Of course.
Because
Of course, I was gonna bring that
you
up.
see, Brandon, we spoke about this on the Spanish podcast. We were saying how Brandon Vazquez arrives to Austin FC, and this has the potential of being the biggest signing in club history. I mean, it's already
It is.
record breaking.
It is, bro.
It's
It's gonna
record
be.
breaking.
It's done.
You're able to market to the Spanish speaking audience, to the English speaking audience, because he is a U.S. national team striker. You're gonna have Superman merch and promo probably for years to come, right? The club has to be thinking about it maybe in that aspect as well as,
100%.
as a way of recuperating some of those funds that they're going to invest into Brandon Vazquez.
Bro, his jersey is probably going to be bigger than Driussi's, bro. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be
Yeah.
the number one sold jersey in all of Austin.
Yeah.
We know the market here. We live here, bro. When USA comes to town, it's a party. It gets packed to the point where there was even talks of, could the US be, home in Austin? You never know. So that on top of everything we said, the marketing that H just said, it's going to be, I think it's worth
I
it.
think it's exciting news because we were talking about it last pod that we were hoping for
Yeah.
a striker, a number 9. Hernan said it. Brandon Vazquez, he's out there,
And if you want a number 9 at this level, it's going to cost.
Yep.
It's going to cost, bro.
and we got him.
So
I'm excited with
I'm
the
excited.
news.
I'm excited.
I'm excited now to start the season.
Now, the other bit of
we need more pieces though.
the
We need more.
other bit of news that, other than the Driussi and the Brandon Vazquez stuff, we're going to get more into that. But the other bit that Tom Bogert adds in that tweet there on the bottom, he says, if Driussi leaves, ATX intend to add another DP, and he later says, in the winter. So obviously, Austin FC would not have the time to replace Sebastián Driussi this winter, this window early this year if he departs to River Plate in the summer. Not a guarantee that you can replace him. And he mentions how in the winter, Austin FC would be looking to add another DP, a designated player
That
to
tells
the
me.
team.
That tells me. Look, if Juicy came in, it's all good. We're gonna get another one. All the money we're spending. Bukhari, $10 million on Vazquez. This coming out and saying, hey, if Juicy leaves, we're gonna come right back with another one. So I love all this energy. I'm finally for everything Rodo has spoken to the fans and media. His demeanor, we all know about it. H calls him he's a shark. Finally, backing it up with all this kind of this sort of vibe and traction around the transfer windows. But we just keep it going. We need more.
Now, here in this article, Tom Bogert says, it is the second time in a matter of months the club will set a new club record, as Austin had just set a new club record signing Osman Bukhari from Red Star Belgrade for around $7 million this summer. Now, Bali, you've been asking for ambition from the club. Show us that you want to win. This is textbook ambition here. The club saying, hey, we're going to spend the money. People have been criticizing us for not opening up the bank. I mean, is this not the ownership showing the fan base that they want to win? They want to bring quality players.
No, 100%. You know, people could say what they want about Anthony Precourt, you know, but he's spending. You know, he's digging into his pockets and he's letting it know that, you know, we want players, we're ambitious, we want to win stuff here. And, you know, Bukhari $7 million, Brandon $10 million. You know, he's willing to spend and spend big on my club, you know, and I really appreciate that. So we have to just keep backing Garrodo, because there's a plan now. Mm-hmm. Nico's here, and I'm excited. I really don't want Sebas kind of to leave now. I really want to see Brandon and Sebas play together.
Well, Tom Bogert says if Seba leaves. So you would think that if it was official at the hour that Tom Bogert uploaded his Brandon Vazquez information, that he would have put on there when Seba leaves. Now that Seba leaves, the if is key in this tweet. And I know it's just a word, but words can mean a lot of things.
I mean,
they can mean so much.
And we're going to get into the juicy topic, but I was going to say, like, from what we see online, from everything, it seems that there was a fee agreed and there was terms agreed. The only thing that's left is us, Austin FC, saying yes or no.
The thing about the Brandon Vazquez situation is that this is a no debate signing. You want him 100%. But where I'm pushing back a little bit, where I'm a little bit surprised, and Bali, you and I talked about this, did we overpay for Brandon Vazquez? Because the initial talks was in the 6 million range, was in the 7 million range with add-ons. Where did this 10 million number come from? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Brandon Vazquez is a player, yes, but I'm wondering what other options were out there for 10 million. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean.
But I mean, look, there's, like you said, there's more into it than just the ability of the player, his background, his nationality, the marketing around this team. There's more into play than that. And also, we don't know yet. I mean, what if he bangs him in for us, bro?
No, he has to. He has no other option.
But like,
he's gonna destroy this league with us, bro.
Then you're gonna be telling me, is it worth it?
No, it's worth it.
Maybe. We don't know. That's the thing. We're paying for a player for what he could do for us, not what he has done. If you compare what he's done, put that into a money sign, sure, you're getting that player, but come on, bro. He's here. He's young. He's young enough to grow and be better. He's young enough to get an environment from where he's coming from all the troubles outside the field. Boom, fresh start, Austin. It's a nice city. Not only that, you're going to be the face of this club pretty much. I think he's going to be the face of this club. I think he's going to take over this town. I think this is going to be his club as far as, like, persona around the fans. Fans gonna be like, oh, Austin FC, boom, Brandon Vazquez. Yeah. It's tough people to say, oh, Austin FC, Driussi, but he's gonna take it to another level. So to me, did we pay enough? Did we pay too much? Maybe, but we don't know yet. And I think it'll be worth it, bro.
For sure, Q2 Stadium is gonna have some of those Monterrey Rayado fans from the Leagues Cup to come check out Brandon Vazquez. You know, there's gonna be some.
I don't think so.
There's gonna be new fans that you're gonna see at Q2 Stadium with the Brandon Vazquez jerseys. Sure. There's gonna be some Brandon Vazquez Rayados jerseys at Q2 Stadium, most likely. Some people supported him at Monterrey. Some people didn't like him because he wasn't. I guess that he wasn't on one for them. But Rayados is extremely competitive. That roster has some extremely talented players, some ballers. And Brandon Vazquez,
expensive squad, bro.
Brandon Vazquez, what we're pretty much learning as we were going through these rumors and reading one article, the other article, one thing that we saw in multiple places was that apparently he wasn't able to adjust to the city. There was a hurricane, there was a big storm that kind of just threw everything off. He had a newborn child. His wife wasn't comfortable there. So him coming back to the United States, I mean, this is a breath of fresh air for Brandon Vazquez. I don't judge him based on the goals, the numbers that he had with Monterrey, with Rayados. Just like Bali was mentioning earlier, his time with ATO, his time with Cincy, I'm looking at this in the sense, like, I know he's going to score goals. I know he's going to bang them in. I'm not too worried about his numbers with Rayados. The number I'm worried about is the 10 million. That's where I'm with.
It is a lot. I agree with you.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for this club.
No, but he's going to come. He's going to score for you.
Yeah. He has to. He has no other option.
He knows the league.
He's gonna be the face.
Not-
of this
he's
club,
not a
bro.
stranger
I'm
to the
telling you.
league.
He's gonna be the face of this club.
He's
the
gonna
face
go
of the
off.
city.
I'm telling you, he's
gonna
Superman,
go
bro.
off, bro. He's gonna
He's
be-
Superman. You.
He might even put honestly. He might even put Austin FC more on the map around the city, bro. I'm telling you
Nah,
right
yeah,
now.
he's gonna go off. He's gonna go off.
Come on, let's be real. We live here. Austin FC isn't like the main thing. There's UT. There's other stuff going on in the city. Last year we had like the most busiest time of Austin in the history of Austin. Like so much F1, everything was going on. I think that this signing is to the level that it could increase bring more fans.
It's gonna amplify
It's gonna
the club
amplify.
in
that's
the
how
city.
massive. That's why when you bring up 10
I
million,
agree.
it is a lot. But if you told Precourt, bro, you could amplify with this signing 10 million. I don't think to him he's like, I'm down. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I guess a lot depends on what he
Now,
does. Here, so.
there's still more pieces that are moving around on the board for Rodo, for the club, Anthony Precourt, the rest of the ownership. The Driussi situation. This is something that has been developing for quite some time, and we've known for years. Driussi himself said at one time that when he was 27, he wanted to return to River. He's around the 29 age range right now. He's a little late, yeah, but we've been knowing for a long time that Sebastián Driussi has won in River. He thinks about River. His family probably supports them as well, and you can't be mad at him. That's his boyhood club. Made his debut. Yeah. That's his country, right? You can't knock him off of that. But what I'm seeing on social media is some fans may be a bit upset because they feel like Driussi's pushing a move out the back door. Feel like Driussi's kind of pushing for a move to get out of Austin FC. We know that if he's not sold in this year, in this window, or in the summer, that he could walk for free. If there is a automatic contract extension there that is probably for the club, a club option. But the club pretty much, maybe they are thinking about this. Hey, I need to act on this offer right now.
Knowing Rodo,
exactly everybody is on sale. Yeah. No matter who you are, even Brad Stuver. But even Tom Bogert chiming in on the situation, reporting that it's a possibility that Sebastián Driussi could be a River player who is reinforcing themselves for the Club World Cup. So, B, how did you take in all this information about Sebastián Driussi? Pretty much just maybe the flirting is now over and maybe he's in a relationship with River Plate once again.
Look, the Brandon stuff came out first. In my opinion, the strongest. I was like, oh, let's go. Yeah, him and Driussi. And then right away, boom, the Driussi. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, fuck. Like, it's just like we had for a moment there, imagine them playing the ball together. But come on. Since the moment that Driussi arrived, it's every single time there's an opportunity is a River rumor that he might go to River. We've been through this. Since since he's arrived.
It's almost like the boy who cried wolf rumor.
Another
River rumor. We don't believe it.
Exactly. You're right, Ace. That's exactly.
We don't believe it.
Because this time I'm like, oh, snap, finally. Oh, my God. So, man, I would love for him to have to stay. If I could choose, if I could decide, I would want him to stay and play with Brandon Vazquez and help us be a better team than we haven't been in the past 2 years. But I know he's getting to an age. If he's going to go to River, this is the time to do it. If he wants to, maybe have some time to do something there, to be an impact. And then the price that's going around, the money there that we could potentially make, knowing Rodo to cash in on contracts. Rodo, for them, letting a contract right now, and then that's an L for them. That's like a no-no. So I think he may be leaving, and it sucks because he won't be able to replace him right away. And he's gotten a lot of stick from the fans. I think he's kind of almost... I can never speak for him. I don't know. But to me, the way that I see it, maybe he's a little fed up. He's tired of the vibe around these past 2 years were toxic, bro. They were toxic. They were really bad. From the first year of collapsing and going global, collapsing in the Champions League. From the next season, this season coming up, we just finished. It was a disaster. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's tough. That wears on you, bro. Especially when you're coming off of a season where you were MVP up to the end.
It has to have some kind of effect.
I get it, and I think he deserves a little bit more respect from fans that I'm seeing online. And I wish he could stay, but if it's time, it's time, bro.
Now, Bali, to me, what kind of made all of this real, kind of talking about the River Plate rumors or whatnot, and how some of them have been alarming. Some of them you see them and you dismiss them right away. When Estudiantes de La Plata came into the scene, into the photo, I was like, okay, this this is something that we have to talk about. We have to pay attention because they had a group of investors backing them, putting up a lot of money, saying, hey, if you want Driussi, here's the money. Go ahead and make it happen. I think when that interest was shown by Estudiantes de La Plata, then River Plate possibly was like, hey, we have to make a move on this guy. We have to make it happen. The Leo Fernandez situation, you had mentioned that to me, how all of this ties together and how that allowed River Plate to make this move for Sebastián Driussi. And I mean, if the club is going to keep Driussi here, you risk having a player that doesn't want to play for the club anymore. And that in itself is a virus for the team. Even if the player is the best person in the whole wide world, once somebody doesn't want to play for the badge, play for the colors, you see it, it reflects on the pitch, and folks have called Driussi out just for that the past 2 years. Bryan talks about his MVP season. Well, let's talk about the seasons that came after that. Some folks are saying he was maybe a little bit uninterested. Folks are saying that Driussi was just not it anymore. Did he have the help? Did he have the help? Did he not have the help? That's the big debate, right? We're bringing you the help. You're bringing Brandon Vazquez. But now, unfortunately, it looks like Driussi, River Plate. I mean, how is Bali taking in all this information and the Estudiantes topic? That's what made it crazy for me.
Yeah, to me, that's what kind of made it serious. To me, that okay, like they're pushing for, the rumors are increasing. It's just not one team, multiple teams that want Driussi. I cash in for him. You know, we need the money. You know, we see us spending here, but what's coming in? You know, nothing's coming in. So I feel like this Driussi sign is gonna give us flexibility all around, and it's gonna help us. You know, he's also making so much money. I mean, he's on a
Correct.
His contract is ridiculous. He's making a lot of money, and then we risk him leaving for free, and we don't want that. We need to make something out of it.
Yeah.
And River's talking. They're knocking on the door.
Crazy though. Doesn't that seem crazy to you? I mean, maybe am I?
The transfer market had Sebastián Driussi valued at $6 million. At one point, he was a $15 million player. There was an article, I think, that was released on Apple about some of the biggest drop-offs in the market of football. Driussi was one of those players. But the number even still, I mean, Brad on social media, on X, he had this take. He said, if the fee for Driussi does reach the $9 million, right, that's what's being reported. If that fee is true, you had Driussi for those times. You sold however many jerseys you had him. You had him for a period, and you're still gonna make something off of his transfer.
Of course.
That's crazy.
That's something you got to think about.
It's good.
That's what
It's
makes me
good
something you
business.
gotta think about.
It's good business.
That's Rollo, bro.
Yeah, it's good
However,
business. Even though him and Brandon and Driussi together would be,
it would be insane.
It would be insane.
and then
However-
what if Brandon calls Driussi and says, "I want you to stay, play with me,
They do follow each other
Play
on
with me.
social media, but I don't know.
play with me, bro, play with me, bro. Don't leave, bro."
Now, Prof is pretty
Yo.
much saying that the Driussi situation is not a good business move. That they should keep him here, and I agree and I disagree, because yes, you want to keep Driussi or whatnot, but you risk him not wanting to be here. You risk him leaving for free later on. And how I mentioned on social media to some people that were mentioning us in Argentina, I said, hey, the club's in a position where a big sale would come nice, especially after spending all this money.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm telling you, look, 7 million, 10 million. We're breaking transfer fees back to back. You
This
know,
might be his time, and
Yeah.
I'm curious to see I'm curious to see how the fans' reception of this, if he does go.
it's
in.
gonna hurt because he's been our guy, you know,
Yeah.
for a
And
while, regardless
I'm one
of
of
his
the-
attitude, regardless of everything.
But his fans gonna give him the. Man, I don't know. Even saying this, like,
They're gonna show him love, man.
it's tough because of the 2 seasons we just had. It's
Yeah,
recent
but-
memory. Like
but-
the MVP season is long. It's been a minute. It's been 3 years ago.
He did a lot for us, though. Let's be real.
I'm gonna give him his
did.
props, bro.
He did a lot
I'm gonna
for
give
us.
him his props.
He
He was
put
the
it-
face of this team since there was no face. You know, he
Yeah.
was the guy. There's times where you look on the pitch, and if he ain't with it, then the whole team ain't with it. Like
Yeah.
that's how much he's been impacted, and we've been bad, really bad. But I don't know. I guess we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And then, you know what makes it weird too is, like, what if he ends up staying and, like, fans are already in their mind, like,
I think if he stays, him and Brandon are gonna make
hopefully.
him, Brandon, Bugatti.
oh my god,
You know,
The problem with Driussi staying and that theory is that he's been flirting, he's been dropping hints all 2024. Remember when he dropped the photo of him and the Armadillo kid, where he's kind of running down the pitch and he says every minute is valuable because you don't know how many you have left. Something along those lines. That was pretty much a message to the Austin FC fan base saying, hey, you guys aren't. This is what I interpreted.
yeah.
You know, you're not valuing me here at the club. You don't even know how much longer you have left with me here.
I don't know. Maybe
don't
that's
know.
reaching, bro.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I wish him the best, regardless.
Of
Do
course.
you?
But bro, if
No.
he stays,
No.
if he stays, he'll be like what, 31?
My bad, yeah, I do.
31 when he gets to go to River.
He's
30,
29 right now. He's 29 right now.
Man, look,
I mean,
he's rich, man. He's
if he wants to make an
rich.
impact at River,
He's
now's
filthy
the
rich.
time,
He could go to
bro.
Saudi. He could go play in Saudi.
His numbers, Sebastián Driussi with Austin FC here via Transfer Market. 115 games, 51 goals, 17 assists. He played just underneath 10,000 minutes.
50, bro. That's insane. That's a lot of
51
goals.
Now the
51
problem,
goals.
the problem with Driussi leaving Austin FC is that
was
no
that
other,
guy for us,
no
bro.
other
He
player,
He was.
no other player nears those numbers when we're talking about goals for Austin FC, and that's a problem because the club doesn't have a consistent goal scorer. The guy that was your consistent goal scorer, consistent playmaker, is trying to go out the back door or leaving out of the back door. Maybe it is at the front door with the clubs or whatnot. That's why you bring Brandon Vazquez, but like the gentleman here on the podcast have said,
Superman.
both of them together would have been quite the
Oh,
duo.
with
That would have
Bugatti, too, I
been-
mean.
We don't know. What if Brandon called Driussi and told him, hey,
We
I
don't know,
want you
that's
to
the thing.
stay?
But what we do know is Brandon is here, bro.
Yeah, what we do know is Superman's here. You.
It's difficult.
Soulja
It's
Boy?
difficult, mate.
You.
Now some
Do
other
it. Can you?
Nah, I can't.
some other takes on the Brandon Vazquez and Sebastián Driussi situation. This was on the Brandon. Some takes from social media. We have pundit Hercules
Best ones.
Gomez.
Hercules, go.
He
go.
says, "I hope this is about Brandon Vazquez." He says, "I hope he's getting a bag
Oh.
because this is most likely going to cost him U.S. men's national team."
Whoa. Hey,
Vas-
Hercules. Whoa.
Vasquez has a unique skill set compared to the other nines in the pool, but when everyone is healthy, he's on the outside looking in. Going back to MLS won't do him any favors. Kinda
Hey,
slamming
Hercules,
the move.
watch your mouth, man.
Hey,
Nah, I'm playing. I like you, Hercules. I like you. I like
slamming the move a bit though, but I see what he's saying. I see what he's
I
saying.
understand, but what are you trying to say about Austin? I mean, yeah, you're right.
What if he's
Hercules, I
bagging
know what you're
25 goals and
saying.
some
So,
assists?
so what's a bag? What do you think a bag is? Hercules, 10 million a year or what?
Well, it's what we're gonna pay for him.
10
but
million?
No,
a
I'm
bag
saying,
for him.
how much is he gonna make
Yeah,
a year? Is he
that's-
gonna make 6-7 million a year?
He's Rodo is gonna obviously have something to do with
Of
this,
course.
and if I know Rodo Borrell, he's not gonna give an outrageous number.
So
No.
4 million a year is.
No, I think
I
this.
Less than
we're
that?
just
You think
guessing
less
that.
than
We
that?
don't know, bro.
We
don't
saw
know.
the recent numbers where Osman Bukhari was making just above $1 million, half of what Emer Rigoni was making. Rigoni left after earning $2 million a year, just
That's
over $2
insane,
million.
bro.
Sebastián Driussi just over $6 million. But everything after that, everything after the Reina Sean Rubio administration, that wave of contracts has been Rodoboro, and we've seen nothing but gems. We've seen Svatok making low money. We've seen
Yeah.
Brandon Heinzleich making low money.
Bugatti, a million.
Diego Rubio making low money. I think there's some races that are going to be coming up for next season, but we're not too sure on that. And the Bucati one, like you said, Bali. I mean, this guy.
million.
Everybody was saying, how much is he going to make? How much is Osman Bucati going to make? He costed us $7 million. He's going to make a lot of money. Rodo Borrell just over $1 million. So I'm sure Rodo Borrell is going to have something to do with this number, and he's going to keep it on the lower side, 100%.
You think
I don't
so?
know. We don't know, bro. We
It's-
just honestly, we don't know.
When the
know. I
numbers
think-
come out, I'll sign it here today. When you look at Brandon Vazquez's salary, the first thought that's going to come to your mind, I'm pretty sure it's going to be, man, that's less than what I thought.
No, because
Okay, damn, that's a bold- you signed it.
Yeah.
Hercules,
I signed
and shout out, he actually has a point. It has to be a bag. Because he's coming back to the MLS.
Okay,
That's
no.
a harsh take. I don't know if he's sacrificing his.
I mean,
you don't know. I mean,
Based-
what if he's banging him, bro?
The thing is, mate, you got to put the family issue into this. How bad does Brandon Vazquez want to leave Monterrey?
yeah,
Oh,
maybe he's
Rayados.
toxic
How
out there.
bad
Maybe
do
he
they
can't
want-
do it, bro.
No, it's not that it's toxic, but the family situation wasn't working down
There's
there.
a lot of stuff going off the pitch that was just.
Yeah.
It seemed like
I don't
it,
think
you
his
know?
wife wanted to go to Mexico, so this is a move that helps him on the pitch. I mean, he's going to be a starter, like you said. This is going to be his club.
This is gonna be his club.
But also the family's going to be happy.
yeah.
And you can't put a price on that. You
It's
can't
good.
put a price.
It's good
on
all
that.
around. It's good all around.
Banger.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm done. I'm done.
Gentlemen, some other piece of news here that we have in the Austin FC side of things is that Asier Iyaramendi, apparently he was linked last night, and then today Tom Bogert comes out and he's like, nah, that news is not true. So who's right, who's wrong? Adam Ben-Lazes broke the Ilya Sanchez news, comes out and he says that the Asier Iyaramendi was in preliminary talks. He did say there was in preliminary talks. Tom Bogert kind of saying, hey, not true. It's
Yeah.
not going to happen. Some folks weren't very keen on it anyways. 34-year-old midfielder. Be any thoughts?
Nah, not really. I mean, it wasn't. No. I mean, it fits the profile, right? You would think Austin would go after a 34-year-old,
100%.
before. So I get it, but Nah, bigger names. Names you wouldn't believe, like you said, bro. Another Brandon Vazquez, bro.
Of course. Another Brandon
The thing
Vazquez.
about this one was it kind of made sense because, hey, free agent, low salary, an aging player, Spanish. He would have been like a Nico Estevez Boy Scout.
Another body.
We're
Another
building
body.
Spain over here.
Depth.
We're
Seems
building
like it.
Spain.
It
We're
is.
building
It's like a Spain FC. It went from Argentina to Spain.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Oh, it's official.
What's
What
official?
is?
Alex said it's official. I think the Brandon.
What's official?
Oh, Cesar Ruiz Merlo. That's the guy that I was talking about.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
It's
say.
done. It's been done.
Yeah,
It's
the
done.
Brandon,
It's- no,
Brandon
Bra-
move is
Bra- no,
done.
Brandon will be here. Brandon will be a Verde for sure. Brandon.
I stick with the idea of Brandon. Did we overpay for him? And I want to ask the question to the listeners out there, everybody. Did we overpay for him?
It's hard to tell, bro. We don't know yet.
My
it's
initial
tough.
thoughts is that's a lot of money.
I think at the
We
end it's
did
gonna
not.
come good.
I don't
bro.
think so.
I think at the end, I
don't
think
think
it'll
so.
come good.
Okay,
I don't
but
think so.
Yaramendi, one of the players though that kind of things are falling through. We see here also that the club showed interest in signing 26-year-old Swedish midfielder Besard Sabovic. Yes, however, again, Tom Bogert with the scoops with the news. He says that the likelihood of the signing isn't super high. We also found out later on that the Portland Timbers entered the chat and kind of went in the race to sign Sabovic. But seems like Austin FC is definitely trying to build that midfield core: Sabovic, Ilya Sanchez, Acer Yaramendi, if it was true or not. Bali, how'd you take in these kind of failed ones, the ones that didn't go through?
Yeah, and also I saw that there was an approach from also another Europe team.
Yeah,
The
there
team
was
from
options in
from
Europe, correct.
So he
Yep,
has
thank
options
you.
all around, which is one of the teams. I saw his highlights and I checked them out, and he would have been a very good player for
Right.
us. I believe that he could have helped us out a lot. But yeah, where he has options in Europe, and if he's playing in Europe, he might want to stay in Europe. So and all around, if Portland comes in the picture and they throw a bag and give him a great contract, then he might accept them. But I think that we should just look around, and if nobody gives him a chance, then maybe we could scoop in and give him something that he likes, and maybe at the end of the window.
100%. Now, I'm sure that with all the money that's kind of been slinged around, by the club breaking records and whatnot, just because these two guys aren't going to join the Verde and Black, or reportedly not going to join the Verde and Black, it doesn't stop there. There's going to be more rumors that are going to come up. There's going to be more transfers that are going to be likely to happen or not going to be likely to happen. But one bit of news that I did want to talk about is, talking about all these players, I want to get into the roster side of things, because with the news that Tom Bogert shares, he says that Austin FC is looking into adding a third DP, right? With that in mind, we lose $2 million in GAM when we choose the 3 DP format. I mean, the thing is that Tom Bogert says that it's in November. The season is over by then. Are we thinking about next year's roster?
more
Are we
sense.
still looking at $2 million in GAM this season, and in November we're
Yes,
counting on
that makes more sense.
2026 3 DPs?
I think that makes more sense, bro. I think you nailed it.
I mean,
I think you nailed it, bro. You think so?
It has to be if it's November, that's the end
Bro,
of the
it all
season.
depends on Driussi, right? If he leaves, we're not gonna get a third DP for this season. If he leaves, I think that's it.
It's not this season.
yeah, not
exactly,
this
so-
season. we have to go around and look for a young player.
Yeah. So that makes more sense the way you said it is next.
2026.
Yeah.
It could happen that way. I mean,
Plus, Nico has 2 years,
yes.
so
Yeah, so
it's part of his. This is gonna
It would be part of his
yeah,
era.
yeah,
So
yeah.
He would have a season to see what he wants to add.
And then the final touches is the next one, and then
Well,
that season 2 needs to be his.
he has a
His big
huge.
push.
He got rid of his striker and got a big, because he got
Whoa.
Superman. He got rid of Jazzy and got Superman.
100%.
Facts.
So
bro. Facts, bro.
So
You
he
put it
better go.
down.
So we better. What about? Does our expectations kind of change now?
For
Do
who?
we-
For who?
No,
For
I'm
what?
saying for the start of the season, do we come in and
Oh no,
and scoring
Brandon
goals.
Vazquez, we score. We gotta be.
Yeah, we have to be scoring. We
gotta
have to be scoring. We have to be
gotta
flying, yeah.
whether it's
Sorry.
Driussi there or not.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, with the Brandon Vazquez situation, with the Sebastián Driussi news, the transfer fees that jumped up from 6 to 10 million, the next couple of days are going to be very interesting for us in FC. I'm hearing folks say that the Brandon Vazquez stuff is confirmed
It's done,
100%. That
As you're listening to this, Green Smoke's
It's done.
probably
It's done.
already
We
out.
smoke on. I don't know.
We'll see,
When?
man.
Maybe sometime this week.
we're just awaiting Verde Smoke.
Yeah.
We're just
we're
awaiting
waiting.
Verde Smoke. Now,
Yeah, that's all we're waiting for.
the Sebastián Driussi situation, I don't know how the club is going to address that. There's got to be some kind of sending off. I mean, he's already in Buenos Aires. He's not coming back. How is the club going to handle that announcement if it happens, when it happens?
And to be honest with you, if it ends up being like an Irish goodbye type of vibe, it kind of suits the way things have been going for Driussi and this connection to the club, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it
Goodbye.
sucks that he would leave after these 2 horrendous seasons, bro. Could you imagine if he would have had one more season where he played like he did in 2020? Let's just for a real Austin FC fan, let's just say he leaves after that season. You're not gonna be like, they're not gonna be like, oh, you're already over there. It's gonna be a big ordeal. But the way that it has been, it's been toxic, Bali.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been toxic, and he's been. We posted a recap, photos of the 2024. There's a photo that I put in there that was him to the fans, bro. To the Austin FC fans, demanding.
He
that
was looking at the top of the A.
Yeah, he was looking for Hernan.
He was looking
He
at
was
the top
looking
of
for
the A.
Hernan.
He was looking at the top of the
He
A.
kicked
man.
the advertisement board, bro.
He
Was.
did.
It's just. It got real toxic, and if he leaves in a low key manner, it kind of suits the way things have been for us lately with him.
It does, mate. It really does, and it is going to be unfortunate to say goodbye to Sebastián
Yeah, it
Driussi.
is.
I
But
always gave him his props, bro. I was
Yeah.
always.
if
I
you
always
look at the
did.
comments on Instagram, the stuff that we had posted, fans
They're done with him.
They're
kinda.
they're done with
him. Yeah, they're done
fans
with him.
fans reference the last 2 seasons. They're saying that
Yeah.
they just weren't there. But we also have to bring out the takes like Sama, like Tucker, that praise Sebastián Driussi, that say that he is the GOAT of the club, and we have to be real. His numbers, it's going to be very difficult to match him. It's going to take a while for a player to match the legend of Sebastián Driussi
2
at
years
Austin
for
FC.
Brandon.
2 years.
2 years.
On that note, how many goals do you think Brandon Vazquez scores his first season with Austin FC?
More
Over
than 10,
15.
More than 10 for
Over
sure.
15.
15.
I put the
15?
benchmark at 15, bro.
Oh my God.
Let's
He's
do it.
gonna destroy this.
Let's do it.
Bali, how many goals does Brandon Vazquez score?
For
10
sure,
million,
for sure
bro.
more than.
Remember that?
Yeah, for sure more than 10. For sure.
I say he
For sure,
15
but-
is the bench. I think that's the
He's gonna destroy. Man, if he scored more than 15, oh my
if
God.
the betting odds is plus
He's
or minus
gonna
15, I go plus. I put 100 on it.
He's gonna destroy this league if he.
My number is going to be different from what I told Ozzy and Diego on the Spanish podcast
Oh, you
because when,
changed?
when we talked
you
about
switching
it,
up or what?
we were counting on Driussi feeding
Oh, that
Brandon
is true. That
Vazquez.
is- bro, that
we
has
were
a lot
counting
to
on
do.
Driussi
It
feeding
doesn't matter. It
Brandon
doesn't-
Vazquez.
Juicy here 20.
Look, we still have
agree with
the
that.
window's
Yeah.
still open. We can go and shop around. We can get somebody that maybe not Driussi level, but maybe.
He's
Similar?
not coming. He's not coming until November.
No, I'm saying
I'm
something.
talking about
No,
someone
maybe,
in- someone
maybe
else,
something
someone-
similar. Maybe
We
something.
still have international spots, too.
Yeah, maybe somebody.
Dessler's
that's,
not a DP.
that's an
Vito's not a
okay-
DP. And
okay
they came
number
in and
10.
they came in and said the fullbacks are ours. Dessler got that right back. Vito got that left back. Although, Sean was not fit enough to maybe challenge him as much. But
Oh, also,
anyways,
you
that
never
type
know.
of that type of number 10. Maybe
You have a young player that's Danny Pereira who could
Oh,
maybe
Danny?
take that. Maybe him and Brandon spark something special.
That's
never
the
know,
hope.
man.
That's the hope.
Sanchez too. I mean,
Now, I do want to ask you, gentlemen, with the departure of Sebastián Driussi, who are you looking at to take that number 10 for the time being?
That's tough to
Who is going to take his spot?
Oh, for the time being. Oh,
Danny, probably Danny or
Owen?
or O'Brien.
Owen? No, not O'Brien.
I think O'Brien.
I mean, Diego Ruiz
Gallagher.
played there.
I think Gallagher could be a great number 10 also. He's
It's either. What if it falls on Owen?
I think it falls.
Owen?
I think
Owen
it
Wolf?
falls. I think
Owen?
the job is going to fall to either Danny Pereira or Owen
Oh,
Wolf.
Yeah.
One of those two players is going to have to step up and try to fill Driussi's boots for
Danny.
the time being until literally this is another case of summer. Let's just survive till the summer. Last season, that's what we did. Remember, Rodo came in. Well, not Rodo came in,
survive
but
to the reinforcements. And then
survive
they
until the
came and then-
reinforcements. Summer. Remember we were saying
Yeah.
we're gonna just survive to the summer. We're in another position where
I
if we
think,
lose Driussi, you got to survive until the summer.
Look, I think we could and I think if Driussi leaves, I think Danny could change jerseys to number 10, and then give Ilie the number 6, and there you go.
I don't think Danny takes number 10.
No, you don't
I
think
don't
so?
think Danny takes number 10. He could take the position, but he's not taking that
No,
number.
you don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool, right? That'd be cool.
It would
Danny.
be. It would be cool, but I don't see it.
This is gonna be his last season, anyways.
I would
Yeah.
I would love to see a more creative Danny Pereira in 2025. He's kind of going to have to be more creative. He's a player that breaks the lines for Austin FC. He likes to carry the ball forward. He also plays very well to the back. When he's not a guy that forces the ball, although he has cleaned up a little bit his mistakes when he's lost the ball in the midfield. Yellow cards are also a big problem with him. But a more offensive Danny Pereira in 2025 would be great for Austin FC. It kind of has to happen now.
Yeah.
You also have Owen Wolf there. We've heard that he's a very mature player. We heard that he's a very serious player.
He really is.
He takes his craft very serious. So I'm wondering to see if who's going to be the player to step up.
And also, like Bali said, we're We're not done shopping. I mean,
Yeah, we're not done.
We're not
I mean,
done.
we're still shopping.
we're still shopping.
I want to see more.
Am I
Green
saying we're gonna get another Driussi? No, but we can
I want
get
to
more
see Green
players.
Smoke like at least 4 more times.
Now, Alex just sent me Tom Bogert's tweet with the 10 million, and he's sending me the shaking my head emoji. Alex will agree with me in the sense that this is an overpaying. Alex did not want Brandon Vazquez as a designated player.
Yeah.
He was like, no DP, no DP. Alex
But
is
it
with
has
me.
to be.
Alex is
It
with me on
has
the
to
fact
be.
that
It
we
has to
overpaid
be.
for
It has to be.
Brandon Vazquez.
But look, we got a number 9. We got a guy who's gonna
Finally.
score for us.
Plus everything that we talked about. I mean, like I said, at the end it might come good, bro.
Yeah.
At the end,
And
at
if
first
Driussi
right
leaves?
now,
Who's coming in? Brandon?
Bring back Fagu.
Brandon?
Bring back Fagundes.
Brandon, Fago, Bucari.
Bring back
Ooh.
Fagundes. Bring back Fagundes. People might not want to hear it. Bring back Fagundes.
and that 10, to have that 10,
Give him the 10.
Eee.
give him the
Give him
10.
the 10. Nah.
That'd be insane. Right?
What if Austin MC brings in like a TAM level player? What
That's
if we
what
get
we're
like
saying.
a U
That's
like a
what we're saying.
U22 number
maybe,
10?
Maybe it could be.
Like you said, moves can still be made.
Yeah,
Stuff
of
can still
course.
happen.
Just still-
Bro, it's hard to
shop
predict
around.
when we're not even done. It's
Now,
like, yeah.
gentlemen, a signing that we already have though, Elia Sanchez. He signed the
Elie.
team. He's a player that arrives to the club on a 1 year plus a club option. 34-year-old midfielder, ex-LAFC, beat us in the Western Conference Finals, winning penalty to lift the MLS Cup. This is experience. This is a guy that's going to help control the locker room for you. To me, this was a good signing. I'm sure it's going to be on the cheaper side. Phil West confirms that it's not going to be TAM. It's going to be less than that. So that's a good sign. He's going to be somebody that gives you that Felipe factor. For me, this was a good signing. Folks criticized it though. Bali, how did you take it?
I like it. It's a guy. We're losing experience with Alex Ring. We're losing a guy that's a captain material. So we had to bring somebody with similar, character. And I think that Sanchez is a perfect for us. I have a lot of LAFC fans, friends all over X, and they were very disappointed. They all, they were all sad that he was leaving. They were all very happy with his with performances during the years, and everyone loved him in LA. So that gives me good vibes. That gives me positive vibes that he's gonna come here. He's gonna perform well for us, and he's kind of built like a set a standard for everyone at the club. He has experience in MLS also, so he knows what it takes to be a champion. He's been a champion, and he's beat us also.
Why do you think people came after that signing though, man?
I don't know. Maybe I think for sure it's the age.
Yeah.
I think because we're always going for older player, but I
also,
feel
like to this. Also, that was the very first like real movement, and like we were all hungry for the Brandon Vazquez. So at first, I think the fans were like, "What?" But after Brandon Vazquez, when I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe a lot of fans listen up." They came after his age. I mean, he fits every single thing that we said that we needed. Experience in the midfield with young Donnie, young Owen, captain material because Ring is left, another check box. Experience, like this is good. Everybody was like, oh yeah. It's just the fact that people were expecting more. Now with the Brandon Vazquez, I think people are like, oh okay.
It kind of levels things out.
Level things up a little bit.
we have to remember that he's a champion. He has champion material all over him. He knows what it takes.
Plus, like you
he's
said,
bringing that to us.
like you said, the fans. If you look at the fans, how they're taking his departure, they're like, oh no,
Yeah,
like,
we love you,
no,
and
we
they're like,
love
thank
this
you. He did so
sucks."
much for us. So
It's different when you're getting, like, for example, how Ozzy was trolling the Leon fans because they signed Rigoni. If they want to do some research, come and look at our tweets and be like, bro, y'all got scammed.
Yeah.
We would be like, we would feel some type of way too. So,
100%.
but yeah, I'm excited. I'm positive. I think he's going to make a lot of people eat their words. They've said anything negative. They don't even know. They haven't even played. He's not even, and I think he's going to make a lot of people be like, oh man, my bad. They're going to make people make signs saying I was wrong about you, bro. And then.
Does Elia Sanchez start more than half the games, or does he start less
that's
than
tough.
Bro,
I don't
less
know,
than half
bro.
the games?
What?
Depends his
That guy,
fitness. I
the
mean,
guy's gonna.
you think he's going to start the whole season?
The guy's if he's fit, he's starting. He's wearing the armband. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
Stuber exists, Stuber exists,
Stuber's not even gonna start this season.
Oh my, calm
that's
down.
wild.
Calm
Let's go,
down.
Damien lost. Damien lost. Damien time.
I'm down.
Damien
down.
lost time.
I'm
I
down.
want to see it. I'm tired of Stuber. I'm sorry.
What? You're tired of him having 8 saves?
No,
in a
yeah.
game?
Honestly, I just feel like we need somebody. No. Of course, Stuber's been amazing for us.
But we've been.
But we've seen it. I think I've seen enough of him. I feel like we need to give Loss a little bit of some starts and get him used to starting for us, and Give him some minutes.
I'm down for Loss, bro.
I want to give Loss.
He
Of
needs
course,
to be-
Stuber has been great for us,
He
but
needs to
I
be
think
in the
it's
first
time.
team at least.
He needs to be in the first team.
Yeah,
I agree,
for
but he's
sure.
not over Stuber right now. You guys are
You
No,
don't think
no,
crazy.
come on, come
You don't think he's over
He's
Stuber
crazy
right
if
now?
you
I
think
don't
he's
think
over
so.
Stuber right now.
I don't think so.
I don't.
No.
But he
I-
deserves to be in the first
He
team.
deserves to get some minutes for sure.
100%. 100%. Now, we have here, Logan sent us this. He says that Peck went to the Galaxy for 10 mil, so he's expecting major contributions from Brandon Vazquez. I mean, Gabriel
Huge.
Peck, newcomer
Huge.
of the year, 10 million. We need a lot from Brandon Vazquez, mate.
Oh, and you will, Hernan. You will.
I
you
think
will.
so too. I
You
think
will,
so,
Hernan.
too.
You will.
I think
you
so
can
too,
eat
bro.
those words, mate.
Yeah.
You are. You are. Trust me.
No,
Trust me.
I don't think so, mate.
Trust me. Trust me.
I'm backing Brandon Vazquez.
Superman's
You're saying
coming.
it was too much. He might,
Superman.
maybe he is, but I think he'll come good. I think we'll come good, bro. I
He's
think at
gonna
the
come
end
good
we're gonna be
for
like,
us.
you know
He's
what,
gonna
those
come-
10 mil was good.
You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be out there doing the Superman. Yeah, you're gonna be the
I
Superman.
don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. No, but Brandon Vazquez, it seems like it's a done deal. We're still waiting on the Sebastián Driussi confirmation if he's a River Plate player or not. If we count on Driussi for 2025, fantastic.
Ooh, if we
It's
do,
a win.
we're,
If he's-
if
if
we
he's
do,
happy.
we're freaking cooking.
I have a
We're
question though. I have a
cooking.
question though. Do you think the Driussi sale has something to do with the Vazquez purchase?
I'm sure they're tied.
I'm sure there's
somehow. There
ties.
has to be tied.
You think so?
Look,
yeah,
there's
there has to
there's
be.
either okay, we're losing Driussi, we need to get Brandon back, or there's either you know what, we're getting Brandon regardless if Driussi's staying or not. Brandon's like, hey, Driussi, I want you to stay for me. Come on, you my homie.
Feed me.
Or Sebas can say, you know what, I'm good. I'm going back home.
What's your crazy prediction for the 2025 season if Driussi were to stay and Brandon Vazquez, obviously he joins Austin FC?
Oh,
How far does
playoffs,
Austin FC make
100%.
it?
Playoffs,
Top
100%.
four.
Playoffs,
Top
100%.
four.
Playoffs,
Top
100%.
Top four.
No, I don't know about top four
in the
because I don't know
West.
how we're gonna
In the
play,
West,
right?
in
the West, in the
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
how we're gonna play, but for sure playoffs with that squad. You have
yeah.
Brandon Vazquez. You have Sebastián
Bro, more than
Driussi.
just
You have
playoffs,
Bukari.
bro. I'm saying
You
top
have a
four,
threat.
bro. I'm saying top four.
You have such a big threat and up front.
And
Speed.
if Driussi goes, how much do those expectations drop?
I think we get in the 6th, 7th seed.
I
The
want
playoffs
us
for sure. I mean, we have to
play in or playoffs.
It has to be playoffs.
You're
bro.
banking that much
Play
on,
on or
on
playoffs.
Brandon.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we can risk going a third year with no playoffs.
No, there's. I mean,
we can't risk that.
why? What would happen?
I'm saying, but I just don't feel like we can't do that as
Especially after
I-
signing Brandon Vazquez.
Of course, like us, like how can we be a third year without
Yeah,
playoffs? Like, do you
fuck
want
it.
that? The
No.
fan
No,
base,
yeah, it's unacceptable.
we have.
Acceptable,
It's
bro.
unacceptable.
I think we want to make playoffs at least.
Yeah.
100%. So you
That
think
should be our
Brandon
limit.
Vazquez brings Austin FC to that level, to playoffs minimum?
Of course,
Of course.
of course.
And also, we're not done shopping. Keep that.
And
in
we're
mind.
not done
Okay.
shopping, dude.
Okay.
Keep that in freaking mind, man.
No, I mean, this definitely changes things on the roster. We're talking about the pay and whatnot. Now, if Brandon Vazquez does arrive to the team as a DP, his what he gets paid doesn't really affect the salary cap that much. As a designated player, he only counts $625,000 against the cap. But on the books, when we're talking about that side, we're talking about kind of like the balancing out and whatnot. Watch, and I said it earlier. When the numbers come out, when you look at Vasquez's salary, I guarantee you, the first thought you're gonna have is that's lower than I thought.
Okay,
Because
so what do you
Rolo's gonna
think?
cook.
Okay, so what do you think then?
3,
You're
4.
talking-
He's making less than Driussi 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So what? 4 million.
3 at 3.
3 to 4. 3 to 4. You know what? I'm gonna go 2 to 4. I'm gonna say 2 to 4 million. 2 to 4 million.
F no.
2 to 4 million.
F
Brandon Vazquez
no.
is gonna charge.
There's no
Austin
way he's
FC.
more than.
F no, man. He's
We'll see,
making
we'll
at
see. We don't
least.
know. We don't know.
He's making at least like 5-6 million.
I don't have any information on that. It's a very early prediction, but
Oh, no,
the
you
way that
probably- you
Rolo
probably
has been
do.
moving,
No, you
signed
probably
it. He
do.
signed
You
it.
probably do have information. Never mind. You're right.
the way that Rolo has been moving, I'm seeing he's offering these contracts where they're not big numbers.
Yeah, you're
Players
right.
are
You're
choosing
right.
to
You're
take
right.
this project, and
The
Brandon.
Nico project.
I've also
More like the Rodo project.
Yeah.
also don't be surprised if there's a link between the U.S. men's national team and Nico Estevez.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they could have worked together
He
someplace.
was
We don't know
assistant for the U.S.
exactly. We don't know what camp they were together at. I know we can search that up, but I don't have that information at hand right now. But don't be surprised if later on you find out, hey, maybe the influence at the U.S. men's national team camp had something to do with the connection. And because Nico is now at Austin, that influenced Brandon Vazquez to go to Austin
Yeah,
FC.
and Hercules doesn't know. Maybe Pochettino and Nico, they had a relationship. They talked,
They met each other maybe.
So he probably knows like, my Nico's in Austin. Let me check
Nico
out.
worked
Oh,
under
yeah.
Poch. Nico
Yeah,
worked under
you're
Poch
right.
for a little bit.
Let me check out my buddy over there in Austin, that big striker, that number 9, that's scoring
bagging 20
that's
goals.
scoring hat tricks back to back.
Oh,
100%.
You know, that's scoring 10 goals in 3 games.
No,
Oh.
this is a signing
That sounds familiar.
This is a signing, this is a signing that excites me 100%. It is a signing that breaks any kind of unspoken rule that we thought we had by we only sign old players, we don't break the bank. This is ambition from the club, and I'm happy
Of course,
to see it.
100%.
Finally,
people
Rolo's back
can't
in his
talk
word,
anymore.
100%.
People can't. The club is backing. The AP is backing the club.
Yeah.
He's throwing the money.
As long as you show ambition,
He's
and
making
this is
it rain.
ambition.
Now, real quick, a question for you. Who do you put next to Brandon Vazquez on the wings? Is it Jader O'Brien, or are you mixing Gallagher since there's connection
That's-
there?
it's
ATL
Jader
days?
Bucati.
It's Jader O'Brien. No. You know what? You're so right. You're a smart lad.
Is there a
You're
bit
a
of...
smart fucking lad.
I know what I'm doing here.
So to me, I think that
Jader
we need to
Bucati.
give up with this Gallagher on the right back. I think that we need to put him up on the left wing,
You can't sit Bucari.
and then I'll put
Bucati's gonna be on the
no
right.
no
matter
no
what.
no left wing is gonna be Gallagher, Brandon, Bucati.
What about Jader O'Brien? He
No,
just won
Jader
Offensive
O'Brien.
Player of the
I
Year.
think Jader O'Brien
To me-
sits on that left.
To me,
bro.
Jader, he needs to prove to Nico.
Is there a world where one of those names that we just mentioned, right, those 4 players, Jader, Bucati, Gallagher, Brandon Vazquez, I'm even throw in Diego Rubio. Is there a world where we don't see Danny or Owen take the 10 and one of those players takes the 10? Or what if we switch up formations where we're not playing with the 10?
Bro, we're getting too crazy now. So much could happen, bro.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right, you're
we
right,
don't know
you're
the
right.
players
What
you're
if we
getting
sign
to.
What if
him?
we don't play with the 10?
I mean, I
What
don't
if
know.
we don't, bro? We don't, bro. There's so
We don't
many.
know.
There's so many possibilities. It's
Then he-
insane to like. We don't even know, bro.
Look, you know what? You know who's
That's
gonna
true.
tell us everything? You, when you go to Coachella and you go out there and watch the team.
Coach, you want to Coachella, brother?
There's plans.
Yeah, when you go to
Damn.
Coachella,
Who's
my
performing?
friend, you let us know
Who's performing?
how stuff's going. What
The
do you mean?
Coachella
the freaking Austin FC's performing, mate.
What?
The
We got- there's-
preseason tournament. The Coachella Valley
Oh.
Invitational.
Yeah,
You mean?
man.
You
Oh,
mean?
you've
You
been
mean?
fucking- you haven't-
Oh, you mean Goldchella?
Oh,
Yeah, you got it wrong, brother.
What the?
It's
fuck?
not Coachella.
I know.
But hopefully you tell us how we're forming up. We're gonna for sure see those preseason games how we form
Bro,
up, how
last
we play.
year Jimmy was in there playing. There was like, oh, we're gonna use this. Bro, last season I say this
Okay,
every
but
year.
but this is last season. Well, now we
Nah,
have
bro.
Nico, papi.
Nah,
Nico's
bro,
here.
listen to me, bro. Every year, this is the same thing with preseason. Y'all
Nico's
take it
here.
way too. Hey, Rodney played on the left. Going forward, how many goals do you? Bro, like it's just preseason.
Hey, but it's
bro.
Nico now.
It doesn't matter who it was, but it's preseason, bro. It's okay. Don't take it too serious. I know it's hard for us. We want to take it. We want to see that first lineup and be like, that's our team going forward, bro. It's not.
I'm excited now to see the lineup.
All right, gentlemen. Any other Austin FC topics that y'all would like to touch up on? I mean, right now, obviously, the
I'm just
breaking
very
news is
happy.
Brandon Vazquez. Driussi is still up in the air, but
Yeah, I got people hitting me up and like that don't really mess with Austin. Like, hey, bro, Brandon Vazquez. I'm like,
Yeah,
hell
Vazquez.
yeah, bro,
Yeah, Brandon,
yeah. We just go to the
Brandon.
games. I got,
Hey, Brandon.
I got my siblings.
That's Brandon.
and people that. So that's why I said I think it's affecting a lot more people. I think it's bringing more people in because it was getting real sad and toxic at the end, man. It was tough, especially with UT that was tearing it up. Is that weekend where everybody was like, "Damn, there's so much stuff going on." Austin FC getting no love. It was not up there. So these are the type of signings that I'm down with. I want to keep growing. So,
I feel like the fans were gonna love the signing. You know, Mexican American. Speaks Spanish, speaks English well. The fans are gonna love that.
Superman.
And he's Superman, and he's gonna score bangers for us. I already know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
excited 100%. Primo, I'm sure you are too, right, bro? I mean,
Excited. You
what
know
are your
you're
thoughts on
excited.
the Brandon
It's
Vazquez?
Superman.
Man.
It's
I'm
Brandon.
excited.
Hey, it's
I'm excited for
Brandon.
Superman. I hope they come out with some cool merch or something.
For sure.
Superman. and-
Superman.
Bangalov in the Discord, he was saying like, "Let's go, Brandon." Like the Joe
Hey,
Biden.
Brandon.
The Joe Biden.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
something
come on,
Bangalov would say.
Bangalov.
That's something.
Come on,
Bangalov.
Bangalov.
Bangalore. That's my guy. That's
he's
my
gonna
guy.
hit you with the,
though.
hey, I'm talking about Brandon Vazquez. And he's right.
Oh, Logan also mentions how Cincy is gonna get a free million because there was a 10%
Cincy?
clause.
With the good business, hey.
What is that clause called again? It was
It
the.
was like a 10%.
The finesse clause. The finesse clause.
Hey, a free million. Who's
Hey,
not gonna take it?
Hey, good business, bro.
100%.
That's like
Now,
3 young players.
Logan, any thoughts you want to add on to the Brandon Vazquez or the Driussi news, mate?
No, man, it's just gonna be a matter of what comes official. We've heard a lot of stuff, like y'all say. It's been like this for the past couple of years. I feel like this time it seems to be imminent. If at this point if Driussi doesn't leave, it's kind of like up in the air. Like where do we go from there? But no, excited for Vazquez. Excited for potential new signings, you know, there's been a lot of names circulating. It seems like Roto's focusing on the midfield, so it seems like we will lose Driussi. So, but no, man, excited. Everybody been talking about. The only thing we're lacking is DP9. I'm pretty sure I remember you saying whatever it takes to bring him in. Yeah. You know, pay whatever it takes.
10 million, bro.
Yeah, he did say that. Hernan did say whatever it takes. But we're paying. It's a 10, buddy.
I said pay what he wants. Now what Monterrey wanted.
I think he's worth it, and I think he's gonna.
You just hate seeing Monterrey get that money.
Who knows, man? He'll probably break 50 for us. You know, if he's in that 4 years, you know, I think
he gotta break 50. Bro.
Exactly.
So, I'm saying he breaks it in two. In 2 seasons, bro.
Look, man, he has a lot to live up to.
A lot,
He has a lot to live up to.
He does.
But he's gonna be accepted with open arms.
And knowing,
Of course.
nah, I don't want to say.
We're gonna love him here, man.
I also
want
want to add this. I don't know if I'm gonna give Brandon Vazquez an adjusting period.
What?
Because he knows the facilities, he knows the league.
And it's not mid-season.
It's not mid-season. He gets to be part of the preseason. I'm looking at Brandon Vazquez like you got to hit the ground running. You got to hit the ground running because eyes are going to be on you. Monterrey people are still going to be coming after you, right? Because, you know, he might have left out the back door there, right? But what I will say is this. As long as he performs, as long as he gives everything on the pitch, the city here is going to embrace you so much. The city here is gonna love you. They're going to accept you with open arms. And if somehow it didn't work out in Rayados for some reason where he just didn't suit well with the city and Austin, he's not going to have that. He's going to love it here, and that energy is going to help him grow and thrive as an Austin FC player. And I agree with what you guys are saying that he's going to kill it. He's going to score goals. But I'm a bit weary now about Driussi leaving. About Driussi leaving. That number that I initially thought that Vazquez was going to reach when I'm talking about goals takes a big hit when I picture Driussi leaving, not being there to feed Brandon Vazquez those goals.
Let me tell you, you're scared. But
I'm just a bit worried.
Be scared.
I'm a bit worried.
Don't be scared.
A bit weird.
Don't be scared.
Now, gentlemen, before we get out of here, anything else you'd like to add?
Hey,
It's had a long day, man. We did.
man, it's been
it's
it's legendary. It's gonna.
It's
I mean,
been a crazy day.
yeah, it's been a crazy day today. You know, it's been a wild day. You know, it's been a happy, sad day, but I'm good.
Now, make sure to check out the Fagundes podcast that will drop soon. Discord members got to ask questions to Fagundes. Alex
Fagundes.
and I put some questions together ourselves. So that episode will be coming soon. You already saw the photo on social media, so be on the lookout for that. Fagundes, Top Flight Podcast, MLS Cup champion. It was a great conversation, and you guys are going to enjoy it. But before we get out of here, guys, all good?
All good, bro.
I'm good.
Welcome, Brandon Vazquez. The Verdes Smoke
Welcome,
is imminent.
Superman.
It's done. It's done. It's gonna happen.
Superman.
You.